know, like I told dudes before, you know what I'm saying? One thing I said was to my brother was, you friends, I told him he was friends with everybody, with niggas that's cool with cops that commit civil rights violations, right? So how can you be friends with people that commit civil rights violations? That make you look bad. And I asked people before, you know, I asked them on Instagram and I asked them in another video, I said, if you've been on the force all them years working around the people and you ain't know they was committing criminal acts, then you don't deserve to be a cop. And if you knew they was committing criminal acts and refused to file a report on them or arrest them for it, then you still ain't shit. So, but I know for a fact that they know about all these civil rights violations being committed. And they friends with police, even if the police don't commit them, even if they friends with cats, like some of my brother friends cool with cops, and some of them may not be cool with the cops that's actually committing civil rights violations, but they cool with cops that's refusing to take corrective action against those who are committing civil rights violations. So that's just as bad. So they still ain't shit. So you still make a nigga look bad. So I told a nigga before, just based off of that, you automatically invalidate anything a nigga say stand for. Because you can't be kicking it with nigga. You can't be saying I stand for uphold, like I told nigga before, Freemasons stand for upholding people's civil rights, basic civil and constitutional God-given rights. This is what Freemasons is founded on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they stand for. Like all this other extra shit, that's some extra shit. But you can't be walking around saying I'm protecting people's civil rights. I stand for uplifting the community. I stand for cracking down on corruption, cracking down on people who violate people's civil rights. If you friends with niggas, that's friends with niggas that violate civil rights, and friends with people who refuse to take corrective action against those who violate civil rights, when in a position to do so. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was telling cats. That's what I was telling my brother. You know what I'm saying? So you make everything look bad and you automatically invalidate everything you say you stand for just by being friends with those type of people. Now what you got to do is you got to either, one, tell your friends to take corrective action against their friends for refusing to take corrective action against the ones that commit civil rights action violations. Or two, cut them niggas loose. But see, you got this going on everywhere. This is where they introduce. You even see it on TV. You see it on TV a lot. They'll show a gay Muslim, and they'll show a gay Christian, and they'll say Islam and Christianity don't forbid homosexuality. They put their twist on it and try to put innovations on it and try to make their sick-ass ways of life acceptable. And that's what they do in the community also. But Christianity and Islam both forbid homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? They both forbid homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? But because certain religious leaders want to appeal to people and gain more followers, they tend to be more tolerant to certain behaviors. And that's how it is even in the community. You know what I'm saying? So my family, we forbid corruption. We forbid civil rights violations. We forbid constitutional right violations. Shit like that. But because they want to be accepted by these niggas and don't want to offend the masses, they tend to be more tolerant and accept that shit. So the masses that engage in these behaviors would tend to pick people who are more tolerant and acceptable to their ways of doing things. And that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I personally sit back to myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't violate people's civil rights, and I'm not friends with people that violate people's civil rights. But I'm saying as adults, as an adult, you got to understand that You know what I'm saying? You got to stand for something. As an adult, you know what I'm saying? As an adult, you got homosexuals in your, and niggas got homosexuals in their families. Am I telling you to shun your relative and kick it to the curb? No. You bring it to the light and you explain to them where homosexuality came from, how it's wrong and everything. You got people who certified like fucking kids. And do you kick? No, you bring, and if they refuse to, you bring them to the light. You sit down and talk with them, work with them, explain why fucking kids is wrong, where that concept came from, fucking kids and all that shit. And you work with it. And if they refuse to accept it after you explain facts to them, then that's on you. But me personally, I'm not going to keep fucking with these motherfuckers after I explain the facts to them. Because then you telling me to validate and vouch for some fake shit, some bullshit, just because you don't want me to offend people. That's like back in the day, you know, way back in the day, majority of the people in the South, majority of people in the country, period, recognize niggas as being inferior to them and niggas as slaves. Their own purpose in life was to be a motherfucking slave. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to bring niggas to the light and say this nigga, like Abraham Lincoln did, say this nigga is equal to you, equal to your kids, you know, Abraham Lincoln did it. And explain facts to him how the nigga is equal to him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give a fuck about offending people. He kept it real and kicked the shit to him. And then when people refused to accept it after the facts was presented, he cut the niggas loose. You know what I'm saying? And he cracked down on them niggas. But if you don't present facts supporting why it's wrong, then it's natural for the nigga not to. You can't just say it's wrong to do this, but don't present no facts to support why you say it's wrong to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what niggas do. Because then what's going to happen is, by you associating with them, by you know, kicking it with them and shit, you basically validating and vouching for that conduct. So by you associating with people that commit some right violations, you vouching for and validating that way, saying ain't nothing wrong with that shit. And I seen so many blacks, like when I was in prison, I was tortured. Even at the county jail, I was tortured. You got black cops working down there. And they seen the shit going on, and they ain't report shit either. So the blacks ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So, me being me, I say shit out of respect for my little bit of pride that I got. Out of respect for the little bit of dignity that's been passed down to me, that I'm trying to uphold. I gotta speak it real and kick it to you. I don't give a fuck what Jane Doe and John Doe do in their household and in their family. But I do this in mine because this is how it was passed out and kicked to me. I ain't saying you can't be a homosexual. I'm saying you're not going to spread that shit all throughout my family. Nigga, we going to run shit the way I say run shit. It's the same way with my dad. My mother got a homosexual brother. You know, he ain't kick you to the curb. But he let you know you ain't going to spread your shit throughout my family. I'm going to run my family the way I want to run my motherfucking family. You don't tell me how to run my motherfucking family. You know what I'm saying? Just that fucking simple. Any nigga don't like how I run my family. Nigga, fuck you. I ain't appealing to you. Nigga, because I got facts to back my shit up. And I ain't going to let you niggas bully me and accept y'all shit. I got facts to back my shit up. So, that's that. But all these blacks walk around too. They see silver. Like I told you, I went to YSU trying to get in. Black lady on the board and shit. All you got to do is say, they ain't saying shit. They all ain't shit. You know, all they want to know, like they know, like I'm a Freemason, I'm some blind person, real secret. They want to know what went down on 9/11. What you want is you gonna use that information to crack down on corruption, bitch. I just told you, it's terrorists walking around this motherfucker now that was in on it. And y'all ain't arrested none of it, and y'all kicking it with the motherfuckers. So you can't possibly want that information to crack down and do good with it. You want some information to steer that government officials so that you can move people that's similarly minded to your sick ass in office and say, see, I told you Michael Moore was right. That's what y'all want me to do. That's all y'all want. Y'all don't want the information to do good and do right and crack down on the ones really responsible. I'm telling them. I'm telling them. They don't want to do good with information. They don't. They friends with motherfuckers who actually conspired to commit them acts. I can show you them. Well, the government was in on it. The government was in on it. The government, like, y'all don't know shit. And I'm not gonna tell y'all shit at this time. I'll tell y'all in the future when I get out of college and write my book. Motherfucker. Or I might write my book while I'm in college. I'll tell y'all then in my book. I'm not gonna tell y'all shit, bitch. Ain't none of y'all business. And now y'all want some information. Well, yeah, I know what went down, motherfucker. A lot of people know what went down. George Bush know what went down. And actually, a lot of shit that we say is lies. But we actually protected by the law to lie. Because them terrorists still out there. So why am I gonna tell you all the facts about the shit? Then they gonna change up how they operating and shit. And they gonna go into hiding and they gonna, you know, get more people to protect them. So niggas saying, well, they try to follow Muhammad Ali, the country shitted on me and all this shit. You protecting the white man called me nigga and all this shit and all this other shit. I tell you a true story. And all this other shit they follow. So if you want to be black and get riled up, you don't give a fuck about a motherfucker call you nigga. Cause like I said before, you got black cops who saying this shit and they try to say I'm a brainwashed house nigga. But you got black cops who saying this shit, protecting other races as certified racist, white police, white politicians that's shitting on blacks. They protecting these motherfuckers that upholding this way operating. You know what I'm saying? You got certified black cops engaged in this behavior. And they want you to say some shit, yeah, uplift the black man. If it's all about uplifting the black man, why can't you go report them civil rights violations that you seen happening at the county jail and in the prisons? And even the whites, yeah, we stand for uplifting the blacks. Why don't you go do something so simple as reporting them civil rights violations that you witnessed? Whether it happened within the judicial system, in the prisons, in the county jail, or in the streets, in the community. Wherever it may happen, in the schools, wherever it may happen, why don't you go report that? You could do something so simple and make a big change, especially with you being a cop. Your word hold weight. When you say, I seen my partners do this shit, I seen my partners, and you testify under oath, I see, you know, like if a cop testify under oath against a black nigga, where they say, I witnessed this person, did it come out 20, 30 years later, this person, DNA wasn't even the same nigga, but the cop testified under oath that it was that person. And his word hold weight to the jury and the judge and the public. So you testify under oath that you seen your partner and co-workers do this shit. You seen them speak about this shit, how they gonna set niggas up and hang niggas. If you testify under oath and say this shit, your word gonna hold weight. And you gonna get attention, and you gonna bring attention to civil rights violation. But y'all don't do that shit, so y'all can't possibly wanna uplift the blacks and help the goddamn blacks. Y'all playing white man games. That's what Idi Amin called that shit, white man games. Like we gonna play politics and shit. Y'all read Trick Baby or Iceberg Slim or one of them motherfucking books and think y'all know some game. Read 48 Laws of Power and shit, Art of Seduction, 33 Strategies, and think y'all know some game. Y'all gonna get y'all in, y'all whole family fucked up playing that shit with the right motherfucker. Something so simple. And say, yeah, I seen them commit these civil rights, and I testify on the oath, file an affidavit, signed signature, and that sworn affidavit. But they don't do none of that shit. Why is that? Think, people. Because they don't give a fuck about uplifting the blacks. That's that bullshit they put in your head to rile you up to do the shit. And they friends with certified, they all say how racist George Bush is. I'll tell you a true story. George Bush actually protected my life. You know what I'm saying? Tell you a true story. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But, and I'm a black nigga. He saved my life before. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, the police and all the motherfuckers. My dad called that nigga up one day, you know, and you know, told him a situation about how me and my family's getting bullied by these police down here. And George Bush said, you know what, I'm gonna see what I could do, and took care of that situation. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no other black nigga do it. Ain't no other black nigga do it. And you got black police working around these motherfuckers ain't doing shit. They ain't even reporting shit. They, not only in this city, all over this country. You got black judges working around these motherfuckers. They ain't even reporting it. They from within, so they know what the fuck going on within the system because they from within the system. They work in the system. They know what's going on. But they don't say shit. And they be at the marches talking about how we gonna uplift the blacks. You got blacks witness all the civil rights violations. They put all kind of stuff in my food. They starve me, torture me, beat me, and blacks witness it, and blacks ain't say shit to the FBI. Not one black wrote a report to the FBI. Not one black cop or none of them. Because they don't give a fuck about uplifting the blacks. So then they quote Martin Luther King, and injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. Well, injustice to one of your races is injustice to all of your race, right? Basically, right? Same concept. Well, that's different. And then they try to justify it and say some bullshit, but don't talk that shit to me, man. Go talk that shit to a 3-year-old that don't know what's going on in this world and try to brainwash. I'm not going to encourage y'all to do that shit. Please don't do that shit. Keep that shit in your own motherfucking heads. Keep that shit in your own heads. Or go talk it to one of y'all friends who's similarly minded to y'all. One of y'all racist ass, sick ass, civil rights violating friends who's similarly minded to y'all. Go talk that shit over a beer. Over a beer, burger, and a burning cross, motherfucker. Because they ain't shit. And that's all I got to say for now. And I'll tell y'all some more next time.